My concern is actually the speeding in the downtown village area.
Yes.
And I'm sure you've heard this many times before, and I'm not sure what actions we can actually take. I've thought of a few options, I don't know if any of them are practical or not, but one of the things is, I've seen signs in some of the villages along Route 1 that say, slow village ahead. I'm sure they're DOT signs, and I'm not sure if we actually have them, certainly on Friendship Street going north, that is where it's really bad.
Speed points everywhere, all over town.
That's bad.
Yeah, we got the electronic speed sign on a grant. We've been deploying that until last week, and no longer works. So I've been working with technical people trying to get it up and running again.
When you see a vehicle approaching you or going away from you, depending on how the curvature of the road, whether it's straight, curved, or there's a grade, the vehicle is going to appear faster than it's actually going, and also the size of the vehicle matters as well. Bigger vehicles look like they're going a lot faster than they are, and that's something that's hit on in the academy when you're taking the classes to learn how to operate the proper usage of the radar unit. So
Was coming up Jefferson Street to the intersection, didn't see the stop sign, and sideswiped her right there. Thank God no one was hurt, but the lady didn't even see the stop sign. So my proposal on this would be, what about solar flashing lights on all stop signs and/or reduced speed signs? Flashing, it's all solar powered.
The flashing,
Littering in the area?
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
there's littering funds.
Because after all the cleanup efforts and everything else, then it turns around, somebody
Yeah,
litters and
they litters, yeah.
the next
Like-
day.
Where are the signs?
there are no signs.
Well, we
but-
need to get some. And
But
make
common
the,
sense
make the
says you
fine
don't
stick
throw your
on that
trash
too.
on the ground.
I was lucky enough to have to go through the part of trash bags, and I was able to obtain things with names and addresses on it, and then I promptly went to that person's address and issued them a summons to court. You do have littering from a motor vehicle, which I believe is a $165 fine. You also have the criminal use act, which is a criminal civil summons, not a criminal summons, a civil summons, which you would write for if someone dumped something off a public way, like in the woods or dumped it out in like a gravel pit or something like that. Impairs or would reasonably be expected to impair the ability of that person to safely operate the vehicle. Is then either it's then failure to maintain control and goes on to it's a traffic infraction, meaning
Of mental health complaints.
I know, they've been down at my complex an awful lot in the last couple of weeks.
Domestics, thefts, burglaries not so much. They tend to come in rashes, especially in the springtime when people come home from other states. We find a lot of those. Criminal mischiefs, assaults. Yeah, we don't just deal with speed errors and traffic. There's a lot of other stuff going on.
traffic accidents.
A lot of accidents. Role as police officers, but we can't solve addiction. We just can't. It's a sickness, and their drugs are very powerful.
That don't, you have to be a certain age to be buying this and not to be buying it for younger children, and they do other kinds of things where they have an anonymous tip line, the L-tip line, where if you know of a party that's going on where underage drinking is occurring, you can do an anonymous tip on that. There's a lot of different things where if a parent knows another parent is allowing certain things to happen on their property, but there's illegal and there's people being possibly injured or things happening that have to be, are safety concerns, then they can report it.